but I don't have all the things I need, so I thought let's just make an arrangement. This is a real cute arrangement. So anyway, so how is everybody? I hope you're doing well. I'm going to get my phone going so I can see everybody's comments as they come in, and then we're going to get started. So yeah, we're actually, hopefully I'm beating it, but we're supposed to be getting some pretty severe storms later on today. And I just went to, make my final rounds before I went live, and it is dark outside right now. It's like foggy, 50 degrees outside, which is unheard of in December in Indiana. But anyway, I'm glad that we're getting this done now, because later I might not be able to go live. So, hey Robin, it's good to see you too. Thank you for being here. And there's Roseanne, Donna, Brenda. Thank you guys all for being here. All right, let me get YouTube going. And like I said, then we're going to get started. So what's everybody doing today? Doing a mad dash to get some Christmas shopping finished up. I tell you, I think I'm doing everything online. I mean, pretty much everything's getting done online. I don't know. I guess we got used to it with COVID and such, and that's just been my habit now. I don't even want to go to the grocery store anymore. I try to shop online. Is that what you guys do? So, hey Roseanne and Tanya. All right, hey Janet on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Happy Friday to you too. So, okay. So if you're just joining in, I was telling everybody that we're going to be making a Magnolia floral arrangement today. And let me kind of fluff this out here. I found these picks that I had. I don't even remember when I bought them. I mean, it's been a long time ago. I'm going to guess probably 4 years ago at the very late or at very earliest, but they're Magnolia picks, and they're just real wintry looking. They have kind of this blue-gray long needle pine. They've got some eucalyptus. They've got some twigs, a little bit of frosting on the pine cone, and then they've got some magnolia leaves here as well. I need to fluff this out, obviously, but I only had 3 of them, so I was kind of limited on what I could do with them. But I thought I've been kind of in an arrangement mood today, so I thought let's go ahead and make one. I was thinking about making a long one, but I just couldn't find everything I needed, so we're going to make it in a container. And I've actually gone ahead and prepared my container. This is a 6x6 square, and I like it just because it's rustic, and I think it also comes in a brown color, but I get it from a wholesaler. But it's just a nice neutral, almost like neutral container. And I did go ahead, I filled it with some floral foam, and then I put some moss over the top of it, and that's how far I've gotten, okay? All right. Hey, Mary. Hey, Sue. Happy Friday to you guys, and there's Sherry. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drop you guys down. So close your eyes if you get kind of queasy when things move like this. And let me get my other camera going here. I'm always just so clumsy on this stuff. Okay. All right. Let me make sure everybody can see. All right. Now, the first thing I want to do, I want to put just a little bit of greenery in here. Not a whole lot, because this has a lot of greenery, but it's just not going to be enough. Okay. And I had to kind of search. I didn't really have anything that I liked that was really going to pair well with this. And I found this spray that I've got. The only thing, it's got these red berries, and they're going to go because I want this to be winter, not Christmassy. And plus, I'm not sure that the red berries really work with the blue tones that we've got going on. If they were ivory, then definitely I would keep them. But I'm going to go ahead and we'll be trimming those off. But I want it to, here's what I've got kind of planned out. It's going to be I said, I really wanted to make a flat arrangement to start with. So that's where I've got my thoughts are going. But I'm wanting them to kind of fall over to the edge here and then have like a L shape is my plan. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to cut some of this off. And then we'll get rid of those red berries too. So who all is ready for Christmas? Raise your hand if you are. Hey, Valerie. Connie's wanting to know, she didn't remember, do I glue the moss in place? No, I do not. I do not recommend that. Reason being, I use Gorilla Glue. And, you know, if you put glue all over the top of the moss and then, or I'm sorry, all over the top of the foam and then put your moss on top, then you might have trouble getting your stems in. Okay. So I just really, I place a very little bit in there. You can see that you can probably see some of that foam through it. I don't put much moss on it, just enough to kind of cover. And the most important place is around the edges. And I tuck it in here. And then I just put a couple of floral pins in it. And sometimes, I have to be honest, sometimes I don't even put any floral pins because all the greenery and all the stems we put in are going to help to hold it in. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to get rid of these berries here. And, you know, I'm just telling you the way I do it. I always remind people that, you know, there's a lot of ways to do different things. And I can only tell you what I do and the reasons why. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take some floral pins and stick this in there. I don't really have enough stem to drop it down in the foam and then let it drape, but I really want it to make sure that it drapes. So let me get my pins here. And a floral pin, all I'm talking about is, it looks like a big, I don't know, like a big paper clip, if you can see that. Now I stick it in a little bit of glue, and I forgot to fill up my glue pen. All right, and I'm going to put one there, and I'll put another one. I put it at an angle. I'll put another one going at a different angle. So who else is getting storms tonight? They were talking like bad tornadoes and all that kind of thing. I don't know where all it's supposed to involve, but I know we are in the target area. All right, and I don't want it necessarily an L shape. Well, I guess I really do need to, though, because of the way I'm going to be putting my magnolias in there. Let me look here. Yeah, I think I'm going to. All right, I'm going to go ahead and trim off this little stem here and shorten this stem. Hey, Angela, how are you? Oh, you're welcome, Connie. You're welcome. I bet you're going to get storms tonight too, aren't you? Or maybe already. I know you guys get your weather a lot quicker than I do. All right, get the tags off. Come down here. I'm going to trim this down. And I wonder if I could... This stem's pretty thick. Let me see if I can trim this down and cut it at an angle at the same time. I don't know, it's so thick I might not be able to. I may even have to pin it in just like I did the other one. Okay, that's not going to work. Let me get my bolt cutters. And again, I'm going to try and cut it at an angle. And this thing cuts through it like butter. I got these at Lowe's. And they also make stem cutters. But heck, I could get that for a lot cheaper, so that's what I got. I think that was like, I don't know, probably 30 bucks, I think. Something like that. Okay, now I'm probably going to need to put a pilot hole in here, so let me I'm going to take my awl. This just looks like a big ice pick. And I'm going to make a big hole in here, just to try and make it a little bit easier on my hands. I'm going to dip it in the glue. And this is so thick, I may come in here and drop a little bit more hot glue once I get it in there. Okay. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't think I'm going to have to, because I've got a Y right down here at the base. I'm just going to put some floral pins in there. That'll help secure that a little bit more. Got a perfect place where I can do that. And then I'll just hit it with just a little bit of extra glue. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit of moss on top of that, just while it's damp. Yeah, Connie, you're like me. You got the storms coming. I like storms, but I don't like them too bad. And I wish they wouldn't come in the middle of the night, which I think we're supposed to get it like, I don't know, I think they said 1 o'clock in the morning, and of course then the dog wakes us up, all that kind of thing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get these berries off of here. And I also am going to get rid of one of these pine cones. But I'm going to save it, and we'll probably put it someplace else. All right, fluff that all around. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. Except minus that pine cone. We're going to be trimming that off. Hey, Ruth. Hey, Linda and Dayton. Hello to you, too. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to, like I said, I want to take one of these pine cones off. This one that's right here in the very center. We'll get him off. And we'll save it. We'll probably put it someplace else. And I might come back and trim some of these. I mean, it looks pretty, looks like a goalpost right there, and I don't like that look. But I'm going to wait until I get further along and see what we're going to do. All right, now let's go ahead. This is going to be kind of large. I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. It breaks into the piece where it has the flower and then a little bit of greenery, and then another piece that also has greenery, which I didn't realize it until just now. And that's actually good, because I was going to be in trouble otherwise. Okay. Trouble, but we always invite trouble. That's how we operate, right, as crafters? Okay, I don't want to hide this other greenery over here. I've got these, I don't even know what this is, but I've got these greens over here. I want to be sure that those are visible. I'm going to bend this down a little bit, and since I got green over there, I'm going to bring this magnolia leaf over to this side. Let's see, do I want it to the side? I think I do. I'm just trying to visualize what I want to end up here, guys. I want that dropping over the edge a little bit, like that. That might be too much. All right, I like that right there. So I'm going to trim this off. And let me see if I can drop that down in there. I think I can. I just feel like this is going to be too long. I really want it kind of sucked up in here. So I'm gonna separate this flower off and away from the rest of the greenery. We'll place it separately because I want the greenery up a little bit, tucked in there a little bit closer. Kind of like this. Okay, and like I said, this is probably too long, but we'll deal with that later. Okay, all right, so let me go ahead and put this in the foam. And I'm going to go ahead and put glue on it. I put that in there first because I had a good placement of it and I didn't want to lose my spot. All right, I'm just going to put some hot glue over it right there where it sits, and then I'm going to push it down a little bit farther, and that'll drag that glue down in that hole. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's what we have so far. I know it looks kind of ridiculous right now, but we'll get it there. Hey, Susanna and Yolanda, how are you guys? Okay, now I want to go ahead and place this magnolia. And I want this, it has this leaf. I want that to be visible, so we'll put that probably right down here in between that green. But I still want, let me see, let me think about this. That's where I want it. That's where I want that flower. Hanging over the edge like that. Okay? Maybe a little bit further out. Trying to bend this stem here, and I'm gonna place this just like I did the other one. We'll start the hole, and then I'll put the glue and then push it down in there. Okay. And I may end up moving that leaf too. I don't know. You're seeing design on the fly, guys. I kind of had a concept in mind, but I've not made this yet, so I wasn't for sure what we were going to do. I'm going to try and drop this blue greenery down just a little bit more. Okay. All right, so there we have it right now. Still trying to fix this leaf. Okay. I know it's hard to see arrangements as we're making them because there's really no good view. If I show you from above, you can't see. If I show you straight on, you can't see. So this is the best I can do right now. Hey, Joyce. Okay, now I've got another, well, I've got the rest of this spray here, but I want to place my flowers first. Like I said, I've got 3 of them. I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to separate these out. And that's one thing I always tell people, you know, when I'm looking for supplies, I'm always looking for things, how I can dissect them and, you know, piece things together, because I always do this. Almost, I shouldn't say always, but almost always do this. You know, just try to rearrange. Let me go ahead and fluff this out, fluff my flower. And what I really liked about this, I wish I would have bought more of these, but each one of these petals is wired. And no, we can't get any more unless somebody else knows something I don't. I bought it from a wholesaler back several years ago, and I've already tried to get more from them, and they don't have any. But I wish they would. It's just so beautiful. Okay, get my leaf plucked out here. And my twig is kind of loose, so we'll place that separately. Okay, now I want one of them kind of at an angle. And then I'm going to want another one up here. So where's my other one? Hang on, let's see. You trim it off while I'm at it. Actually, this is kind of loose. I'll just do this. And I always try things on before I actually commit to myself, you know, or commit to what I'm going to do. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to decide how long I want my stem. Trim it off about right there. I think the greenery on this one's going to be okay. I just moved that other because I wanted it tucked in a little bit closer, but I think this one's going to be okay this way. And I've got a magnolia leaf over here, so I'm going to bring my magnolia leaf to the other side over here. I'm getting crowded here. Move everything out of the way. Okay. I'm going to turn it toward me again. Just want to I want to close these in just a little bit, make them just a hair smaller. Probably do that with this one too. I think I still got my stem a little bit too long. So who likes to decorate with magnolias? I just think they're just really classic, very classy and classic looking. I love them all year long. Okay, and if I decide later that this is too tall, I can always, you know, bring that back down like we did with this one. Bring it in closer to the flower. But I've got lots more greens anyway, so that's okay. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. We'll get through this. I'm going to drop that down just a hair. Okay. All right, so that's what we have. Hey, Rebecca and Joyce. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, now I wanted to bring my other one up here. And I may have to put a pick on it because it already came apart off of my spray. So let me see. Yeah, for sure I'm going to have to. All right, so let me grab one of those. Actually, I might be able to have one of my nubs. No, we're just going to use this. Just glancing up, see if I'm missing any questions, you go, guys. Oh, yeah, Janet, thank you. It tells me everybody's watching, but it doesn't say anything about questions, so, or comments. Oh, got to take your granddaughter to work. That's okay. That's okay, Angela. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be on the replay. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Oh, Cindy, late again. That's okay. Hey, Liz. It's like on Facebook, it's like I have to wake up the comments every now and then. If I don't reach up and touch it, then it doesn't show me the comments. I don't know why. And Liz, I'll have to check my mailbox. I haven't gotten the mail yet to see if my recipe's here. Liz sent me a gingerbread recipe I can't wait to use. Okay. Okay, so we've got down low, a little bit higher, facing outward. I want this one to be up higher and facing a different direction. Maybe a little bit shorter. And I think I'm going to have to move that other pine cone. He's just kind of hidden down in there. Oh, I like this. All right, I'll turn it around when I get this in there. I want to be looking from the front here to Make sure I get it exactly the way I want it. And since these are wired, I can make them however big or small I want. Each one of these petals is wired. I love it, love it, love it. And this is something, you know, magnolias is something you can use, you know, Christmas time. You can use it in winter, summer, spring. This obviously is going to be winter because of the evergreen, but okay. I want this out just a little bit. There we go. All right, now let's go ahead. I'm going to add a little bit more greenery. I still got lots of it left. And I may have to, I don't know, I'm going to leave that pine cone there until we decide we may have to move him. And I'm probably going to have to piece apart this greenery too. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to tear it. I'm going to tuck a little bit down in here. Okay, just tuck that right in there beside. I'll be tucking up stuff underneath there too. All right, another piece. Do you guys tear apart all your sprays like I do? I don't know that I ever leave them together. Okay, and I'm just going to fill that in right back there in the back. Okay. Even though this is basically, it's going to be a, actually I'll probably be like a three-sided arrangement, but you still don't want to ignore the back. Okay. All right, so that's what we have. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. Now, let me see what else I'm going to add. We've got a, well, I've still got left over some of this blue, I don't know, it's like a long needle pine. I'm sure there's another name for it, but I don't know what it is. I'm going to grab this other magnolia leaf that was still left back. And these are also wired all the way. So let's see where I need to put it. Just trying at different places here. I think I like it best, even though this guy already has one, I like it best right here beside him, right in the middle. Going to place that right there. Okay, just kind of give a little backdrop for him. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Do I want? I've also got. I feel like I need another something white. I've grabbed several things. I don't want to, I'm going to definitely need to add some more greenery, but I want to wait before I get it too full. I have this actually they used to call this a bean bush. Again, I got this a long time ago from a wholesaler. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. And I've got that. I've got these little velvet cup flowers that I got. Actually, I bought them for my daughter's wedding shower, and we ended up not using them. I almost think those are too big though. I want the magnolias to be the star of the show, so I don't think so. I've got these little or smaller berries. They almost look kind of dingy compared to that. They're a little bit more cream, more on the cream side than white, so no. I've got these. This is a crab apple pick. I don't know. Kind of leaning toward these as a touch, but then also got this. That would be really pretty. I think we got a winner here. It's kind of a sparkly white. Like I said, I felt like I need more white in it. I love that. I think that'll work. And I'll be happy to use it because I cut this bush apart a long time ago and ended up not using it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use that. All right, I've got several pieces of it, like I said, already cut. I don't know if it's wired or not. Oh, it is. No, it's not. Nope, nope, it's not. Okay, let me look to see where I want to put some. I know I need to put something, white right up here, just to draw the eye up. I need a tall one. Let me see if this one's going to be tall enough. Now, let me turn it around. I can't see what I'm doing. I like that. Like that a lot. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to put a pick on it, though, because the stem part of it is not very long. It's got some kind of growth on it. I don't know what that is. But I'm going to put a steel pick on it. So who all has asked for a steel pick machine for Christmas? Anybody? Tell you, if you make a lot of florals, they're a lifesaver. They really are. Now they can be moody. Every now and then you gotta give it a talking to, but all right, I'm just gonna spreading these out, kind of fluffing this just a little bit. Give it a little bit of life. All right, and get a little glue. Love that. Love it, love it. Okay, so it has a little touch of the white and a little different texture. Oh, Christine, you think you might stumble up upon one? Yeah, that is exactly right, though. That's right thinking. I was fortunate enough. I got mine back when Hobby Lobby still let you use that 40% off coupon. All right, where else are we going to put some of this? I'm thinking, if I put it there, let me see. I feel like I need some coming down off the front here. Yes. All right, and I'm not going to be able to, I don't have enough stem to where I can drape this the way I want it, so I'm going to have to use a pick, or a floral pin on this. I'm just going to tuck it right underneath it here. I don't know why I still stuck it in the glue, but habit, I guess. Need to get a few of these pins out. Yeah, Christine, you make enough florals. I would think you would benefit from one. Back when I bought mine, I was just starting to make a lot of florals, and I think God was trying to tell me that it was okay that I bought it, because it was a big investment still. Even though I had my coupon, it was still a big investment. And like that very next week, I got an order for a completely floral 4-foot wide wreath. And I would probably still be working on that wreath if I didn't have my pick machine. Okay, I'm just dropping that right there. Now, something's going to happen here. I don't really like this, but I'm going to wait on that yet. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to keep adding some of these twigs here first. We got one here. We're going to have one down here. I know you guys can't see that. So I need to start looking over in this area. And I feel like I need a nice long piece back here. Wish I knew where I got this. I love this. All right, spread it out a little bit. Hey Greg, how are you? Okay, let's see. All right, I'm going to tuck it in back here. I don't want it on the same level as I have this other twig. I want it back a little bit further. So let me see here. I may actually have to move that pine cone I was telling you about. I think that'll work right there. I've got to trim off one of these. And might even have to put a pick in it. I don't know. Looks like it's trying to separate there. The plastic's trying to separate from the wire. I tell you what, let me go ahead and do it, because as soon as I don't, I'm going to need to do it anyway. So let's just do it. Let's tuck it. Try and get it on back in this greenery without getting glue all over my fingers. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, so he's just right there just to kind of frame this magnolia. Okay. Right, and now I feel like I need a little piece back here. I don't want it matchy match, but I need a little bit coming off behind this magnolia here. Okay, just a little piece, not as big as that one. So let's see. I think I'll bring it in. I'm going to bring it in a little bit closer. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. And do I need a pick? I think I'm going to have to. I don't have much of a stem to work with, so I think I'm going to need to put a pick on it. So who else is going to be making a magnolia arrangement for winter? I think this would be a good idea for a gift also. You hate to give gifts like Christmas gifts that, you know, once Christmas is over, then they're not going to be able to use it again. That's kind of what I was thinking. I've got some ideas in buying for the girls in my family, but I don't want to give it away because they might be here. Okay, so I just tucked a little piece, just a frame over here too. Again, I didn't want it matchy match and, you know, looking like a, you know, it's forced or planned that way. Okay, that's what we have so far. Okay, all right, but we're not done with that. I want a little bit more of it. I really like it a lot, so we're going to keep going with it. I've got these 2 pieces here. That might be just enough right here up front. Have the 2 pieces, but I'm going to put them together. So I'll just have 1 piece with a pick, of course. Do you guys give handmade gifts for Christmas? I don't too much. I don't know why, because I don't know. I just don't want to force on somebody. I guess that's why. But if I know the person would like it, then that's different. But you know, it's because some of my family's bought from me before. But all right, I just put those 2 little pieces right there, right here in front. Okay. All right, and now we need a little bit right there in the center, the very, very center. So let's see, we're done with all the little pieces. This is the bush that it came off of. Like I said, once upon a time I tore this down and then was going to use it in a wreath, and I ended up not. And it's just been laying there for several seasons since. I don't know, this might be too much, what I just cut off here. Absolutely is. I knew that. All right, let's see. Problem is, it's all kind of, I don't know, kind of welded down together. Let me see here. That's still too big. Let's see. Okay, I do like that. Okay. All right, I need to pick it again. I don't have a long enough stem. Okay. Just had to find the right size. All right, and I'm going to kind of shape it just a little bit. Has anybody had trouble with their glue pot, i.e. electric fryer, making noises and shorting out? Mine was making all kinds of weird noises this morning. Had a little bit of steam come off of it, and then it stopped, but all right, so that's what we have so far. We're not done. Not done. I still feel like I want to put a little piece down here of the twigs. This might be one that I'm going to have to pin in place. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes. Yeah, mine, I thought maybe it was going to stop working, but it didn't. It was just making all kinds of noises. I thought I'd better order another one and have it on hand. I've already been unplugging it at night when I get done, because it seemed like the bottom just never got cool. Okay, all right, I stuck those underneath there. This right here. Okay. All right, now let me look here and see what we need. I love this. Love it, love it. I wish those twigs were wired, but they're not. All right, I feel like I need to put a few of them back here in the very back, just because, like I said, I don't want to ignore completely the back, okay? You know, I make these to sell, and I don't want it to look like I just completely forgot about it. I also got this other greenery back here. Let's see. This is just a little bit difficult to separate out because it's all just kind of glued down together. All wants to stick together. But it is really pretty. It's really sparkly. I don't know if you can tell on camera. Cindy's going to try and make one. Good for you, Cindy. You'll have to post it in the group. Let's see. I think I'm just going to put this right straight back in the middle. Okay, all right, let me take a look at it here. All right, now let's add a little bit more greenery. I like the amount of white that that brings in. Like I said, I just felt like I didn't really have any of the florals that I liked, but I do like those a lot. All right, we've got these pine cones, we've got eucalyptus, we've got some other twigs. And then I've got a little bit of the long needle pine that we could use too. I feel like I need some of that. I need some of that, the long needle pine back here. So I'm going to put some of it here. Oh, thank you, Phyllis. Thank you. I know, I'm kind of getting low on stuff too. And I don't know, I'm going to cut this pine cone out. He's just... I should have done it earlier. I kind of thought he was going to be in there too deep. But when I went to our Hobby Lobby yesterday, and they're getting ready for spring, we had hardly anything Christmas left. I was just going to pick up some ferns, you know, like some glitter ferns and such. They had none of that. So if you're wanting to, you know, stock up on those evergreen bases, you may want to do it now because I bet they're not going to be there very much longer. Okay, I'm gonna bring some of this and fill in this back part here. I don't want it as low as the front, but I want a little bit of this back here just to fill in, okay? This is probably a little bit too long of a stem. Okay, all right. I'll put this other one on the other side. Just going to put it right back there in that corner. Okay. All right, so that pretty much fills in that back right there. I probably need one more little piece of something there in the middle, but we'll get that here shortly. Okay. All right, so we've got these little pieces of eucalyptus yet. I've got this, looks like a cedar. I don't remember seeing cedar on any of their other ones. Maybe it's there and I just missed it. Huh. I'll save that till later. I'm just going to try to use up all the rest of this, you know, so we're not wasting things. And plus, trying to make it a little bit more cohesive. Let me work on the back here a little bit. I'm just going to stick one of these in here just where it doesn't look just like all pine. Probably need to add a little bit more of the twigs too, but I'll wait on that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to trim this one. I've been debating on it, but I'm going to trim this one piece of the original greenery that we put in. I'm going to trim him down just a little bit. I'd rather that, you know, the long needle pine be there instead, or be more prevalent. All right, so I put a piece of the eucalyptus back there. I'm going to put some back here to the side so it's visible from the front. Okay, so I just stuck that behind that magnolia there so you can see a little bit of it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to visualize. I'm sorry. All right, I'm going to put another piece on the other side. And I'll turn it around here in a second and show you what I'm doing. Okay. All right, so I put a piece of the eucalyptus on this side. You can just barely see it. Right here. Okay. And so then I opposed it on the other side with a piece over here. Now I need to bring some in the front and in the middle. I feel like I need some maybe right here in between these magnolias. Yeah, that'll work just fine. Then I'll put another piece in front. So I just put that right in the middle of those two magnolias there. Oh, thank you, Julie. I didn't see you out there. Okay, now I'm going to bring one more piece up here in the front. Actually, I started to put it over on this side, but I'm thinking I'm going to put it on the other side. I like the way this greenery here looks in the front, so I'm not gonna bug it. I'll just bring it over here to the other side. Trying to get this magnolia leaf to lay right. Wants to get stuck on those pine needles, and then it doesn't want to bend right. Okay, so that's what we have so far. We're almost done. Oh, thank you, Teri. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, now we've got just a few more items here. Do I want to put those pine cones back in somewhere? I think I do. And here's the reason why. If you look at the center of these magnolias, they're real close to this color. And I think it'd be good to carry on that color a little bit. I mean, I've got just a few holes that I could put them in. It'll add another texture also. I think we could use one just right here, right there, and fill up that hole. I've got enough of a stem on that left. I'm gonna put a pick on that. I could probably just glue it in, but since I've got that available, gosh, my mouth's not working. My tongue's not working. I'll just stick that right in there. Okay. All right, so we got him right there. Okay. Right now, we got him over there. We probably need to bring one over on the other side, right? So let me find another one. Actually, I'll just use this one. Let's see, I kind of want one right here in the front. Yeah, we'll just put this one right here, right in the front. I think. That might not be my final answer. Hang on. I think so. Let me see if I can get a pick on this one. I don't know if I can or not. And I did, so I can just place that right in there. Like I said, they're light, and I think they would probably stay okay, but we'll just make sure. Okay. So he's just peeking out of there. Okay. All right, now let's see. I feel like I need one more, probably up here in this area somewhere, just to draw the eye up that direction. Oh, I like that. I like that right there. And how am I going to put this? I think I could probably just glue this one. I think that's what I'm going to do, because there's a lot of greenery there. Again, it's very lightweight. That greenery is just going to melt right around that. And I always do a tug test on everything I mail. Make sure everything is secure. Okay. So I just put him right there. Okay. All right, now let me see. I love it from the front. I think we're done from the front. Let me look at the back and the sides here. This is the front view. If I can get it angled right for you. Well, I say I love it. This guy right here, I think, remember I said I was going to trim him down? I think I'm going to. I don't like that. There. I like that better. I like that better. I want that long needle pine and the other greenery to be the star of the show, not that this one's just an ordinary pine. Okay? All right, so I'm going to take these little pieces and I'm just going to work them around the sides here just to finish up. We also have these leftover twigs, but I don't think I'm going to add those. I think I'm going to save those for something else. But I'm just going to finish up along the sides here, and we're going to be in business. So I'm going to put a pick on here. I love this. I love it. Like I said, though, I'm a fan of magnolias, though. I just love them. You know what? I think we need I think I need another white twig back here. Let me look. I think I am. I'm going to add a little bit more, not a bunch. It's going to have to be a long piece though. Well, I'm just going to cut this whole thing off. I'm not going to probably use the whole thing. I think it needs to be right in here. That's going to be way too much though. Hang on. Like I said, this doesn't separate very well at all. It's so pretty, but it's a little bit tough. It's all glued together. There we go. All right, this is about how much I want. I just feel like we need to put something just right in here. And I think I might have to put a pick on it, a long pick, not a steel pick. It's not going to be long enough. So let me get one. Is everybody doing okay out there? Hi, Tempest. Lisa, how are you guys? I really appreciate you guys being here. Hey, Amy. Yes, you finally caught me live. Thank you, Amy. There's Julie. Thank you. You needed this one? Yeah, I love it. Love it, love it. I got to add just a little bit more of this white on it, though. Ouch. I just stabbed myself. Sometimes that wire, if you got it pointing in the wrong direction, you can get yourself, and that's what I just did. Okay. Now this is probably too long. Yes, so let me trim it down. Wish I could make one live without making myself bleed. Just don't want to get it all over the arrangement. Let me grab something here. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Grace has never been my strong point, you guys. I've told you that before. All right, that needs to go right in there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Looking down here at the bottom and make sure I don't have any empty spots, and I see one. I'm just taking these little pieces here and filling around that container edge. That's all I'm doing. Okay. All right, I think we're done, guys. I love this. Love it. I'm gonna raise you up. All right. Like I said, I think we're done. I really like it. Very classic. Oh, you still can't see it. There you go. Very classic. There it is from the back. The back needs a little bit of work, probably. Like I said, it's not it is not going to be visible, but it's still, I don't want to neglect it. I don't like the way it looks, but we'll work on that later. Okay. Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you. Thank you. I love it, the size of it. Oh, thank you, Robin. Cindy and Jamie, thank you. Thank you, Diane. Oh, Nancy, you have some containers and magnolias. Good for you. Okay. All right. I think that's it. And as always, I've got a listing for this in the comments. Let me raise you up a little bit more. A listing for this in the comments if you're interested. That'll take you to purchase this in my Etsy shop. And if not, then I'll, you know, I always come back after the lives later and then look, see if there's any holes, make any adjustments that need to be done. But I like it pretty well. You know what I think I'm going to do on this back side? I'm going to take this out right here. I think that's what's kind of throwing it off, because we don't have any of that kind of greenery anywhere except for right there. And then right here in the front. I'll bring that and bring it someplace where it's a little bit more visible. So, okay. All right. I'm going to look back and see if I missed any questions. Hey, Vince, I didn't see you there either. There's Travis. Oh, Nancy says she picked up some evergreen bases and nice garlands at Joann's. Yes, I got some, what was it? Yes, I got some evergreen bases, some wreaths. What else did I get there? I think it was teardrop swags early in the year, and they were really nice. Hey, Lourdes. Oh, thank you, Greg. Thank you. Yeah, I love those little icy branches. I think they're really nice. I wish they were wired, but they're not. But I love them. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Oh, you're welcome, Janet. Thank you so much. I don't see any other questions, so that's all I have for you today. And again, thank you so much for being here and keeping me company. I always enjoy talking to you guys, and it makes time go a lot faster than when I'm down here by myself. As I said, this is listed in my Etsy shop. I put a pinned comment here in this post, and that will take you right to the listing if you're interested. And I will be live Sunday. I don't know what time yet. Sunday's always kind of a variable because I don't know what's going on with family and such. But anybody who's like me and supposed to get storms tonight, stay safe. I'll be thinking about you, and be sure and take care of yourself. So, okay.